Hello everybody, it's me, Alexthehunted, and welcome to the second time I'm recording this video because due to the fact that the original recording got corrupted, I had to re-record it because I also deleted it from my camera because I'm an idiot. So anyway, thank you all for your submissions for the Q&A. I'm sorry it is so late, but work and what I just explained kind of got in the way of me putting it up. But anyway, I will be answering all the questions. I'll be starting with the ones from Facebook, and then Twitter, and then finally the ones from YouTube. Luckily for the people who actually missed the deadline, that means your questions will be answered now as well. So let's begin. Do you think, this question's from a guy called Jeremy, do you think Godzilla Jr. is Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla from Final Wars? Well, there is kind of a linked continuity between all the Godzilla series, even though they technically aren't and they're all reboots. I mean, Godzilla Jr. from Godzilla vs. Destroyer technically isn't in the rebooted Millennium series, which had quite a few reboots in itself, actually. Really, if we're going that each series isn't a reboot, then yeah, I could see it. I mean, probably be a 2000 one because it has red breath. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. Next question is from Darren. In your Halo Let's Play, were you going to kill Jack more than he kills you? It's really for the Let's Play, it's more of a if he does it, I do it back to him. So if he kills me, I kill him back. It's sort of that simple thing. I don't really know what the score is, but we kind of get into a habit of killing each other, as you'll see in what's left to be uploaded. Next question is from a John. Do you think Toho Studio will ever go back to making Godzilla movies again? That kind of already depended on, I think, how the American Godzilla movie went. I mean, I think they may do some points later down the line, but I think probably what that'll be after this trilogy of the legendary Godzilla films finishes up, because really the reason why Toho did Godzilla 2000 was because the 1998 Godzilla was such a disaster that Toho just decided we have to get Godzilla's name back in good shape again. So they made that movie. Really, I don't see it happening anytime soon. I mean, even Toho said that Godzilla Final Wars was going to be the last Godzilla film, but they've said that before. They said Godzilla vs. Destroyer was going to be the last Godzilla film, and yeah. I can see it happening. I could probably see it happening, but maybe they're just giving Godzilla a break. I mean, Toho does do other films. Who knows? Give them time, maybe. Only time will tell. Next question is from Austin. Will you review Attack on Titans? No, I'm not an anime person. It's not that I don't like anime in any way, it's just I'm not really the best to talk about and to review or talk in that area. I mean, cartoons, yes, but anime is a kind of a different category, completely different genre in its own right, and really I'm not the best person to review that sort of thing. Right, that's the last Facebook questions. Let's move on to the Twitter questions. This one comes from Sarah. The Titans are recruiting you. What kind of Titan would you be? What superpower? And who would be your love interest? Can I go for love interests that are technically already in romance already? Because I would actually go for Starfire, because she's secretly she was probably one of my first crushes I had when I was a kid, and you know, she's sexy as hell. Who doesn't want to have sex with an alien? Superpower, I wouldn't really think. I'd just probably be. I'd probably just be like a techie guy, really. I think someone who has a really good ability to make stuff. You know, actually, I was kind of thinking maybe have like a because I'm all nerdy and I'll do this sort of review stuff. Like maybe I have like a collection of stuff from I have like a lot of tech and collection of stuff from other different universes, like I have a sonic screwdriver or an energy sword from Halo, or you know, like loads of different things, because hell, there was no limit to it. And what kind of Titan would I be? Probably another one that would annoy Raven. This is a weird question from David. If you had to choose between being Billy Mays or a midget, which one would you choose? Probably Billy Mays, because then I'd be able to sell you anything. But that's what he did. Odd question anyway. Next question is from the Comic Nerd Twitter page. Are you disappointed with the New 52, and what's your favourite gaming series? I'm incredibly disappointed with the New 52. I can see why they did it, I can understand why they did it, but they just pulled it off incredibly poorly. There was too many Batman comics, and then they tried to make everything else like Batman. They changed characters, completely do 180s on them, and make them all dark and brooding, and it just doesn't work with other superheroes. It works with Batman fine, but don't try and pull it off with Superman or the Titans or... God damn... What? And yes, don't get me on my Starfire rant, but you all know that really, if you're going to do Red Hood and the Outlaws, don't have Starfire in it. Maybe, actually, from this new 52 continuity where Blackfire isn't kind of a villain, maybe make Blackfire part of the Outlaws instead of Starfire, because Starfire just doesn't work. But yes, I'm incredibly disappointed with the New 52. Really, I think DC is starting to realise that it's not really going the way I hoped. I mean, with what they're doing in the new multiverses, I mean, that's the reason why they did the reboot, because they thought there was too many multiverses and the continuity was getting too skewed, so they rebooted the whole universe, and now they're doing exactly the same thing now. So I think maybe DC are kind of backtracking and having a good long think about what they're doing. I think that was all the Twitter questions. Let's move to the bulk that I had. Yes, it was that I had on YouTube. So, first question is from Jack, my person who I have a killing vendetta with on Halo. Can I has cookie? Yes, I can have cookies. I have plenty of cookies, Jack, but you have to come here to get one. Favourite superhero team other than the Titans, and this is from a guy called NCT829. Favourite team other than Titans? I would probably say... Well, the thing is, I can't really say the Justice League or... I could say the Justice League or Avengers, but they seem to rotate a lot, so I can't really... I'll have to define which team of those teams I would like the most. But... other teams that I... You know what, I'm just going to say the Avengers, because they honestly seem to have a more diverse range of actual heroes, apart from Justice League, which just, you know, seems to have a lot of powerhouses. And to be fair, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, I just find the Avengers more bigger range of characters, if you know what I mean. Next one's again from Austin. 2 questions. Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Will you play Team Fortress 2 live? I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it really, for me, has the most confusing rule set I've ever had in a card game. I've never really been too big into card games, and I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh! That put me off it, and I kind of, like when I was a kid, when it was the huge craze at the time, I spent far too much money on it. Stupid Alex. I spent so much money. Oh well. Team Fortress 2. When I get a good enough computer to play Team Fortress 2, I mean, this computer I have now could probably do it, but it's not a gaming PC. And if I do live streaming, which I'm hoping to do video game live streaming soon, I just probably need a better PC and a better internet connection for that to happen. So hopefully soon, maybe. Feelings on the Teen Titans. Next question is from the Ranger Rules 68. Feelings on the live action Teen Titans series. It could work. I really do think it can work. It just really depends on the casting and the writers. I mean, it's kind of we know it's popular. I mean, how popular Teen Titans was the original show, and yes, Teen Titans Go does get in some does get in decent viewing figures. I think it really could work. It could work. It really depends on what angle they go with. Really, the thing I think will work best if they kind of take it in the tone of the original Teen Titans animated series, but make it a bit more adult. Go for more adult storylines. Right? They can do way more adult things that the comic series, that the animated series couldn't do because it was technically airing on a kids show. It really depends on the writing and the casting, and really it has to have what the original show also had, which was a real family. Like, even though this team was a superhero, they actually felt like a family, not just a group of friends. That's probably the most important part, I think. Other question from NCT829: do you think Ron Perlman would be a good casting choice for Slade/Deathstroke if they made a live-action Teen Titans film? As much as I would love to say yes to that, probably not, because no offence, but Ron Perlman's getting a bit old. I mean, if he never took off his mask and they just used the voice, yeah, they could use his voice, but just have a body double, but that probably wouldn't happen. So sorry, I mean, as much as I love Ron Perlman as Slade and Deathstroke, and he's a brilliant actor, he's getting a bit old, and that's why I think probably Hellboy 3 isn't going to be happening either, because, again, a bit old. Sorry to say, Ron Perlman's getting a bit on. Well, he's not too old, but you know what I mean. It's time's running out. Next question is from Shrew, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Do you watch other cartoons? If you do, what cartoons do you watch? Here's the thing, I used to watch cartoons a lot when I was a kid. It's not that I haven't dropped off on it, the UK kind of gets screwed over when it comes to actual cartoon shows. Unless you have Sky, which I am too poor to afford, you don't get Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, the Disney Channel. You get we get two children's channels, and they're mostly live action stuff. We get CBBC and CITV, and actually there's the one for babies called CBeebies, but that's, again, it's for babies. So we get kind of screwed over when it comes to getting cartoons here in the UK. And there are ways of watching it if you don't have Sky, but I won't go into those ways. So I do occasionally watch Family Guy, but it's really gone off. To be honest, I honestly think American Dad is actually a lot better than Family Guy now. I do have the good seasons of The Simpsons on box set, and I also watch the Ricky Gervais show. But when it comes to cartoons, really, I don't really go out for it anymore. I mean, I know people say how amazing Last Airbender and Legend of Korra is, but I can't watch it here, so I can't really review it, not legally anyway. So, I hope you understand, but it's kind of a case of I got screwed. We get screwed over here in the UK. Even if you do have Sky, you get Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, you still don't get the shows that are broadcasted in America. We don't get all those shows in the UK either. We don't get Teen Titans Go, which that's not really a bad thing, but that's what my point is. So yeah, not really. It's kind of a shame, but who knows? Maybe when something more catches my eye, or we get season 6. Please make season 6. Are you going to be doing a Godzilla month again for your 3rd year anniversary? Because I did one in 2012. Actually, let's say a thing about that. The Godzilla Final Wars review got taken down, not because of Toho copyright claiming it, because of EA, because I dared to use a bit of their music. They copyright claimed it and got it removed, and that was after the channel had transferred computers, and I didn't back up the old videos, so it was kind of lost. I'm probably going to redo it eventually. As for another Godzilla month, not this year, because it's getting a bit late and I've got other things in the works. But I do have a Godzilla video review coming up soon, hopefully in November, and you'll all see. Next question is from I can't pronounce that name, but you know this question. You'll know the question when I read it out. Hi, do you think Teen Titans Go will finally disappear? Every time I watch it, I lose my brain cells. To be honest, I think it's actually on the way already, because well, I go back to when when San Diego Comic Con happened in June, and Cartoon Network was up on the stage, and even when DC had their thing, all the Cartoon Network shows pretty much all got announced for a new season. Regular show, Adventure Time, Gumball, all that sort of stuff. Apart from Teen Titans Go, DC didn't even announce it. Even now New York Comic Con has gone past, still no announcement about season 3. Even the Twitter and Cartoon Network and isn't really, you know, advertising as much anymore. I mean, maybe this toy sales, DVD sales aren't really that good, and really I've looked at the ratings, it's really slipping. I mean, it started off with 2 million when it first aired, and now it's slipping down to 1 million, and that's nearly half its viewers. So I think it's probably on its way out, to be honest. Yes. Next question is from Autumn Elizabeth. How much do you love me? Ha ha ha. I don't need to ask that. I don't need to answer that one, Autumn. You already know. Next, I've got a load of questions here from a traveler. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry, but I'll read out first question. Your favourite Teen Titan out of the original group? As everyone knows, it's Starfire, because she is a character that kind of falls into that same trope of, you know, I've had a dark past, but unlike the usual trope where it's I've had a dark past, that means I'm dark and brooding and I don't trust people and I'm untrustworthy. She is a person who is actually like, yes, my past has happened and it was dark and it was a terrible thing, but I'm not going to let it consume me. I have my own life. I'm not going to let my dark and terrible, brutal hit past get in the way of that. I'm going to enjoy my life as it is. I'm not going to judge people. I'm going to choose who I want. I'm not going to be untrusting or anything. That really, she doesn't do that trope, and that makes her much more likable, really, I think, than most other superheroes, who it's just basically, oh, I've had a dark past, that means I don't trust people, and I'm dark and I brood on this ledge here. Starfire doesn't do that. Well, she didn't used to. Ugh. That's one of the reasons also why I hate the New 52 Starfire. Question 2. Sony is losing $2.5 billion. Do you think that means the Spider-Man movie rights will go back to Marvel Studios? I'm not entirely sure. This is the thing, because Amazing Spider-Man 2 did actually make a lot of money. It made about 6.4 million in the 640 million in the box office. So it definitely didn't lose money. Really, what's made Sony rethink this whole Amazing Spider-Man thing was the critical and fan reaction was pretty bad for this movie. Very critical, very scathing of it, kind of a bit like Spider-Man 3. I mean, this might be the same story with Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 made a ton of money, but got critically panned, and the fans hated it. So maybe it's happening now with this one, but really, Sony has a lot of divisions. It's not just films. They have the PlayStation, they have movies, they have the computers, they have their phones, cameras, televisions, everything. Sony have a ton of divisions. Really, them losing $2.5 billion, it is a lot, but it's probably not going to be coming from their movies or their gaming. So I don't think that's going to be the cause of where it goes back to Marvel. I know the stories that Marvel are actually in talks with Sony to see if they can give back. They can do like a cross deal with Spider-Man, and if they are going to do that, basically keep Andrew Garfield. He's a very good Spider-Man. He's way better than Tobey Maguire, and he really does deserve better films than the ones he's getting. He's a really damn good Spider-Man. But no, I don't think Sony are going to let go of Spider-Man anytime soon. Final question from him is: the video game industry is kind of stuck in a stagnation. Do you think we're getting close to a video game crash? No, no, I don't. I think there might be actually, not with console gaming, to be honest, because console gaming, although the PC master race will say nothing's wrong, everything's wrong about console gaming. Console gaming isn't going through the same thing that something like Steam is going through, where there's a lot of early access, you know, unfinished things. You're basically paying for a beta, like there is on Steam. I think maybe Steam might go through a bit of a crash because they're basically just letting through crap. There's a lot of crap getting let through on Steam, and they're not checking on it, and that's what caused the original video game crash in the first, was because of E.T. and the Pac-Man for the Atari 2600 it was basically rushed out quickly and sold, and basically they made way too much expectations for it, and it just tanked and lost so much money. I think that might happen with Steam, because basically roundabout what caused the first video game crash was not just Pac-Man or E.T. They were the big problems, but it was also there was just a lot of crap being developed for the Atari 2600 and all the ColecoVision and all those other consoles. That's what's happening with Steam right now, to the point where I think it probably will happen to Steam sometime soon. How soon, I don't know, but I think there probably might be something that happens to Steam which makes them, you know, stop making them put more of a filter in their process. I don't think it's going to be like Steam gets wiped out or anything, but I just think something might happen, like some big, like, oh, for God's sake, Steam, that's it, I've had it. But again, the PC master race is very strong, and they will probably disagree with everything I'm saying. Next question is from Improv Dude 20. Your least favourite Teen Titans Go episode? I've stopped watching Teen Titans Go, so I can't really say that. The episode that really made me stop watching it was, I think it was called Star Lies, where Starfire learns how to lie, and no, I'm not going into that. I'm happy. I don't want to be in a bad mood. Basically, okay, if you want to, my least favourite episode is Star Lies, and least favourite means I actually like some episodes. No. Next question is from Jay. Austin, Lewis, Jack. Kill one, fuck one, marry one. Kill Jack. Probably marry Austin, because that means I get my title cards for free, and then I'll fuck out Lewis because he's British. There you go. Next question is from 0002 FJ. Have you heard about the about the TNA live action series? I know, yes, it is in season 6, but I'm basically going to be repeating myself. I think it can work. I definitely think this is a good thing to do. I mean, especially with like the success of with Guardians of the Galaxy, and now Marvel are actually going to be doing an Inhuman movie. I really do think it could probably work. It just depends on the writing and the casting. That's the biggest thing I think about it. I know it's not season 6, but you know, it's way better than the treatment that the Teen Titans are getting right now. Next question is from Cal, and there is a lot of them. There are 12. Who is your favourite member of the Titans apart from the main 5? Apart from the main 5, I like Speedy Arsenal. I mean, he's kind of got that Deadpool attitude, if you know what I mean. Not like the breaking the fourth wall attitude. I mean, as in, this is fun and I'm going to have fun with it. That kind of attitude. I kind of like that. Which do you think is the only good episode of Teen Titans Go, and why? Christ. Only good episode. No, I honestly don't think there is a good episode of Teen Titans Go. There are okay episodes, but there's no good episodes, to be honest. I can't answer that one. Do you like Greg Sipes' songs? Okay, this is going to be a bit of a confession here. I've never heard any of them. I'm sorry, I just never have, and I know I want to. Well, actually, no. I probably will sometimes in the line. I will. You know, I will at some point. But I'm not really a big music person. It's nothing against Greg Sipes. It's just all music, really. I'm not really that into. It's more soundtracks, movie soundtracks, game soundtracks. I'm more into. Have you read the Teen Titans Go comic? The one about the original show. Yes, I have. It has some very good issues and continues where the show left off, sadly. And actually, there's some issues of the comics that would have made very good episodes of the show, I think. It doesn't really, again, it doesn't wrap up the show because it doesn't answer a lot of cliffhangers, and it just, you know, if season 6 was to happen, I don't think they would probably consider the continuity of the Go comic. Which character do you use in Mario Kart? I'm actually prone to using either Waluigi or Yoshi because they seem to have the best all-round out of it when it comes to speed, handling, and I find them better to control and easier to win with. It's Mario Kart, you win, you play to win. It's not a game about fun, it's a game about destroying your enemies and beating them mercilessly as you cross the checkered line first. Do you like Crazy Taxi? I've played it once. It's a very interesting game. I've played The Simpsons Crazy Taxi, and I played Hit and Run, so they're pretty much Simpsons Road Race. That's pretty much a Crazy Taxi clone. And Crazy Taxi, yeah, it's an interesting game. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's very fast paced, and it's very it's just insane. And I really do like the soundtrack. Do you think the Beast Boy and Raven moments are the only good thing about Teen Titans Go? To be honest, not really, because they pander it and they shove it down your throat like mercilessly. Like it's the same. It's also the same thing constantly. Raven has feelings for Beast Boy, but she won't tell him that. Oh, Beast Boy has feelings for Raven, but he'll constantly admit that, and but she won't admit it for some reason. They do that every single pretty much episode. And then there's the Starfire and Robin, which I'm not going to get into, which they pretty much I think they deliberately do just to piss off the fans, because it's kind of the other way around from it was from the original show, to the point where Robin's completely creepy and kind of an asshole, and Starfire just has no affection for him in any form. And I doubt they're ever going to go into that. Just use it for more comedy, because that's what the original Teen Titans was all about. Fuck it. Do you blame Snyder for Cartoon Network for why Teen Titans Go was made? If you do, tell me why. Really? No, to be honest, because I think that was more the people at the heads of Warner Brothers like, we need to make a quick buck from a cartoon show that's popular, and DC doesn't have. We're going to be cancelling Beware the Batman and Green Lantern and Young Justice, so we need to make something quick and cheap that we can sell toys from. I know people have been demanding for that season 6 of the original show, so let's not do that. Let's make it all a comedy show, and just make it out of Flash animation, make it all that in that chibi style, which is apparently really popular or something like that. And let's try and copy every single style and every single popular show right now, apart from the one that people actually want us to bring back. What's your favourite video game series? My favourite video game series is... sorry guys, these. Pardon me. Favourite video game series is Mass Effect. It has some of the best characters in gaming, has one of the best storylines in gaming, and is one of the best trilogies in gaming. Apart from the last 5 minutes of Mass Effect 3, it is one of the best trilogies in all of gaming. I love the characters, I love the world, I love the universe, I love the gameplay, I pretty much love everything about it. It is an amazing video game series and I can't wait for more. Do you like American Dad? I've answered that. I think it's better than Family Guy at the moment. It's much better written. I think the animation's more better. It doesn't just go for gore jokes or what can we do like Family Guy does. Like what can we get away with? And also I can't remember his name. The guy who created Family Guy and American Dad. Seth MacFarlane, there we go, Seth MacFarlane. He actually spends more time writing American Dad and more effort on American Dad, and it clearly shows, really. I think American Dad's way better than Family Guy. What's your favourite Godzilla movie? I'm not going to answer that question because that is for another video. And this final one was better, banana or mango? I don't like mango, I like banana. Does that answer your question? And the final question is from Nathan. Do you think we can still bring back Teen Titans, the original? Yes, I do, because it is clear that Cartoon Network know, and Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers and DC know that we want the original back. If you go back to the Teen Titans Go panel back at San Diego Comic-Con, where they didn't announce season 3 but they still had a panel, so what's going on, the producers there did say there's going to be a more serious Teen Titans down the line. It's like they know that they know what we want. They know it, but they're stuck with it. They're stuck doing that at the moment. So it's a case of give it time. Don't stop fighting. Keep on sending Warner Brothers, Cartoon Network and DC save season 6 messages saying how much we want season 6. Saying that even the fans, the cast, everyone wants it back. Why are you ignoring them? You have your chance, go and do it. So yes, I still think there is a chance. And that was the end of the Alexthehunted Q&A. Thank you all for submitting your questions. Sorry about the wait, but things happen anyway. Stuff gets in the way and I get my files corrupted. But anyway, thank you very much for all submitting your questions. I hope you like my new set, by the way. I'm going to be putting some stuff in the background, but this is pretty much nearly done. I am Alex the Hunted, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.